Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, or good night. My name is Mitch. I am an alcoholic, and I have your daily reflections for today. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And let's get it going. Got a busy day here. Today, January 12th, accepting our present circumstances. Our very first problem is to accept our present circumstances as they are, ourselves as we are, and the people about us as they are. This is to adopt a realistic humility without which no genuine advance can even begin. Again and again, we shall need to return to that unflattering point of departure. This is an exercise in acceptance that we can profitably practice every day of our lives. Provided we strenuously avoid turning these realistic surveys of the facts of life into unrealistic alibis for apathy or defeatism. They can be the sure foundation upon which increased emotional health and therefore spiritual progress can be built. That comes from As Bill Sees It, page 44. When I'm having a difficult time accepting people, places, or events, I turn to this passage and it relieves me of many an underlying fear regarding others or situations life presents me. The thought allows me to be human and not perfect and to regain my peace of mind. This one is really good. We were talking about this last night in one of my classes, and it's really important to just accept what we are. You know, we're alcoholics, we're addicts, we are powerless over our addiction, and it's a tricky thing because we were talking about all the different stages of recovery, and there's like 5 or 6 different stages, and the denying is the first one, I believe, and the second one was where you kind of start blaming others, which I've blamed others for my relapses and my usage in the first place. And also how it says here, this is which part here? This is to adopt a realistic humility without which no genuine advance can even begin. Again and again, we shall need to return to that unflattering point of departure. Wait, not that part. Here it is. Provided we strenuously avoid turning these realistic surveys of the facts of life into unrealistic alibis for apathy or defeatism. And that's something we've all had different upbringings, different lives, different things have happened to all of us, all walks of life, rich, poor, black, white, male, female. We've all undergone tremendous experiences in our lives that have left effects on us, that have affected us. It's just what it is. And I know I've had mine, and for a long time I would use certain things that had happened to me and I'd went through as an excuse for me to continue my behavior. We could use an excuse of like, well, I come from a family of that, and so I do it, it's in my genes. But that doesn't mean you have to do that, because we are the ones in control of what we do, and we have to remember that. And we can't use any of these things as excuses. There's so many excuses we can use. And also the defeatism part, where I've been there and you feel like you're just done and you're at the end. And I was really there, and that's what happened to me, and where I really changed. It was that defeatism, and I knew I had to go in, and I just kept making excuses on when I was going to go to rehab. I knew I needed the help, and in the process of me knowing that, I got another DWI because I kept pushing it off. Like, I'll go soon, I'll go next week, and it just never happens. And then I look at that situation now, and I'm, amazed by it, and I'm so grateful for it. And I've mentioned this before. I was talking to my counselor about it. The last one I got, a drunk guy pulled out in front of me on his bicycle, and I honked at him, and that's why the police officer pulled me over. And for a while, I would still kind of say, like, well, it wasn't my fault that guy on the bike, why didn't he get pulled over? But really, you look at it in the big picture, which is hard for us to see. That guy saved my life. That drunk guy, wherever he was, doing what he did before he went, and just the chances of him missing my truck, meaning like if he left his house 30 seconds later, like that small of a window, and that effect led me to where I am today. And we have to stay in that present moment and trust the process. But mainly, we can't deny it to ourselves and to others. We know who we are inside, and we can't use excuses, because when you're feeling those feelings and those triggers, and you want to go use, those are the times that you have to suffer. Those are the times you have to sit through it, fight it out, be completely clear in your mind, and let your mind figure it out, and it will get there. It will go through it. And remember, you're in control of your thoughts. If you start getting too dark and too deep, and you can get suicidal, that's when you need to call someone. You need to reach out to someone, because it is hard. It's a major suffering that we will go through. But on the other side of that suffering is absolute, wonderful, beautiful life, and love, happiness, acceptance. And yes, the ups and downs are going to come. Those good and bads are just part of life, and that's what we accept, and you mentally know that ahead of time. Life is not going to be perfect just because we stopped drinking. That is just the beginning of it. And the next step is you get to start learning your triggers and why you were in that spot in the first place, why you were thinking that. And it's a pretty fun process, and I'm highly interested in it. And a lot of people are different. Everyone's different, and we all do different things to not have those feelings. And we talked about that as well. Different activities you could come up with. Everyone's different. Not everyone's going to want to be all excited about the brain and the psychology of it. Other people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that's great. And I love that we're all different, and that just shows how much different all of us are, yet we're all the same. And we're all part of this big group, big family, and I'm just thankful to be here and being able to share any of this stuff with you. And I'm amazed at the opportunities that sobriety is bringing me, and it will for you too. And you don't ever want to give up. And if you do mess up and you have a relapse, don't continue to go in it. It's hard, and I'm not saying give into it. You've got to fight it, and you got to fight it. And eventually you will get to the point where you have your recovery plan built. You have your tools in your belt that you can use. And again, we're all different, and we all have different kind of tools. But I got a lot to do today. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I just appreciate this so much. Enjoy your day. Do something nice. Learn something. And please share my channel. Please give me a like and a subscribe, because it genuinely helps me, and it helps reach others. And that's not my ego talking. That's just me wanting to help others, just in the same way that you guys want to help others. That's the way we do it. And I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.